Hello, everyone, and welcome. I think it's Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. My days are kind of off. I wanted to talk a bit about today. I reused something I haven't used in a while, and I know last week I said that I don't really use a lot of Aveda's products, and I've tried a lot of them. But one of them that I sometimes use is their hydrating cream. And it doesn't give you much of a glow, but it does protect you for the day. And it's not bad. I think it's one of the cool things about Aveda's products as a company is that you can get a lot of free stuff. Um, Once you collect points, and some of their Aveda shops, if you can find one close to you, because there are not very many of them, you can get facials, and you can also get your hair done within that. I'm fully aware of my blackness, so I'm not sure if I would go to them. Um, Also, I know I woke up this morning and, ever since the protests have been happening, I am, every day it seems like there are more and more people being held accountable for some of their actions. And this morning it was a very, very long list of how different black products are hair care products and facial products, mostly hair care, how some of them who is marketing to black people are behind the owners are actually not black. And so it's an interesting list, and the goal is for people to not move away. Like, if you're going to say, hey, I'm not going to buy a product because it's not black owned, they want you to be more aware the of the areas of the certain companies that are specifically really black owned, so you really know where your dollars are going. And I think one of the ones off the list that I actually just recently talked about, which was Carol's Daughter. And I have used, I think I have it here, Carol's Daughter. I have actually used a few of their products, and I am not necessarily all that impressed to the point where I would go out and buy it specifically, because I just really love the product. Actually, I only bought and tried their product because it was on sale. And I think one thing that's important to note about Carol's Daughter is that out of the black products, which if you shop specifically for black products hair, you'll notice that a lot of them are higher priced, and so even if they're black owned. And so I think Carol's Daughter, one of the attractive features of it is if you are on a budget, then it's something that's a little bit less affordable, just like Dove. Dove is less affordable, and it's a pretty decent product. And I think one of the problems as a whole when it comes to black products, when it comes to black hair care products, is many of these products are not something that is within the budget. It is really expensive. It is something that you absolutely will use sparingly. Like, when I get down to the bottom, I will be cutting out everything. Like, I make sure that I don't even sometimes use the pump, because then products get stuck in the pump. I actually just refuse to even go that route. And I think that's the most unfortunate part. It is hard to use other products that are not catering to black hair, um, but it's affordable. And so, I mean, I won't go to Target until tomorrow, but I will go to Target and I will buy the conditioner that I actually will recommend for if you are really, especially on this COVID-19, the unemployment rate is about 14%, between 13 and 14%. And real unemployment is around 23 to 25%. So I'm fully aware that, you know, out of the best products, even though I think a you're getting the best bang for your buck, Pattern is really the best bang for your buck. Um, it if you think about the number of ounces you're getting and how much you're spending, if you get the big containers that ranges between $35 to $42, it's worth it. But I'm also aware that that's a lot of money for conditioner, especially for somebody who uses a natural hairstyle. Like, yeah, I may not be putting heat on my hair. May have pressed my hair maybe a couple of times this year. So I don't put heat on my hair. One, I don't have the energy to maintain it. I, so I, and two, I'm not going anywhere for me to impress anybody to put some heat on my hair. So I am fully aware of that component. And so therefore, for somebody with natural hair, you need to daily condition your hair. And so therefore, conditioner becomes an expensive thing. The leave-in conditioner. So you need conditioner plus leave-in conditioner, and then oil allows it to have an extra richness, which is what I did last night. I put Pattern oil, both Pattern oils, and I'm just going to show you one. I put both of them with my conditioner last night and condition it. And so therefore, if I need to buy groceries or gas to get to work, but I don't have to commute, but I mean, there are other people who may, because they're essential workers. If I have to do that or pay for conditioner, then I'm not going to pay for conditioner. And so these more affordable options that may not be all that great, but need something for my hair, Carol's Daughter fills that void. I mean, this is no shade. It's just, it fills that void. It's cheaper than Shea Moisture. Shea Moisture is much more expensive for the number of ounces you're getting. Mixed Chicks, that is that's even higher than shea butter. And some of these other products that I walk down the aisle, and I can see $20 for a container this big. Like I've seen it. So I totally get why people will move away. And so then when you look towards other products that may say curl, and then you'll just try to buy it because it's $4 and it's affordable and it's in the budget, but then it doesn't work as well by far because it really is not considering Black women's hair. And so the fulfilling of the market is you make people think that it's a black owned product so that you can seep into the market and undercut it by charging a more affordable price. I get it. Like I said, tomorrow I'll stop past Target and pick up Suave, which is the best affordable product for people who are on a budget. And even though the product is not catering to Black women's hair, but their coconut, and I've tried all of them, but their coconut flavor conditioner is by far one of the best, and it's less than $2. You can get the big container for like $2.39, and then there's always a sale of 10% or 20% or 15% on Suave, and you can always find a coupon for like 50 cents off, so you can get Suave for a steal. And that is one of the best products. I mean, I used to use VO5 heat treatment, which is great, and I've tried the VO5 conditioner, which is not great. That's not great at all. And even with the coupons, I mean, it's not worth. I mean, it's just like water. I mean, if you really are desperate, but Suave is completely worth it. And so I'll pick that up and show you why that would be a nice alternative. So I just thought I needed to address that, especially since it's trending on Twitter, and and people are really trying to become more aware and more conscious that if these companies are catering to are trying to seep into the market, that they need to be either A, more honest of who's the ownership, and B, more representative of Black folks. I mean, like I said before, this is nothing new. This has been happening for years, and even when, like I said, Madam C.J. Walker started in the hair care business, this is kind of what she was against as well. So I mean, this is not a thing that is an all of a sudden marketing ploy. I mean, Black hair care is a profitable business, especially if it works. And word travels in Black communities so quickly, even when there wasn't a Twitter. So if there is a Black hair care product that works super well, it is let's tell the masses, because you want everybody in the world to also use it as, and that's kind of how it goes. I wanted to conclude with a short review, and I rewatched it this morning. Last year, Dave Chappelle did a Sticks and Stones, and I rewatched it because I thought, what a great time to review in lieu of what's actually taking place. And one of the things that he makes a joke about is cancel culture, and so he makes all of these Dave Chappelle is a great storyteller, and he is amazing at weaving together jokes that seem very disjointed. And one of them really, he opens up the show with talking about suicide. So and it's like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be laughing at this. And then he talks about child molestation, which he was slammed really hard for that, and he was heavily criticized for some of his jokes. But the thing that I think comes up that people are more interested in, and I wanted to remark about, is about his jokes on racism within the entertainment industry, and how there's a conversation that needs to happen, and that's now happening right now, about the double standard that's taking place, and how we have to hold certain people accountable. I mean, Adidas right now is going through their issues by not being by trying to be a Black Lives Matter company, but then they're not holding their own company to task about representation and ownership and stuff like that. So it's an uncomfortable show, stand-up show. So if it's something that you're interested in watching, be willing to realize that it is not a comfortable show to watch. Have a great afternoon. Talk to you soon.